Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in, wherever you're from, whenever you're watching this. This is going to be part 2 of the auto hotkey tutorials. This is going to be the bread and butter, the most important thing, the image search, okay? Image search and pixel search. There are uses for searching for specific pixels, looking for color change, stuff like that. And also like the pet simulator I was using pixel search on the screen, and we'll kind of touch base on all of that. As you can see, this is exactly where I left off in the last video. We're going to go ahead, we're going to keep modifying this script here. You should already know what this is all about. If you don't, please go onto my channel and find auto hotkey tutorial for gaming or whatever I name it on my channel, and watch that first, because if you start at this point, you're going to miss out on too much stuff. It's going to be very confusing. Start from the beginning, work your way to the end. That's kind of how the way I've planned this. And let's go ahead and get right into this. So I have to refresh this. People's pushing me around. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's go to our Bible here and we're going to type image search. There it is. Double click. Okay, now this is how you actually write it out. We're going to go ahead, we're going to copy that, then we'll kind of get into this parameter specifics of it. So let me go ahead and remove these semicolons so stuff actually happens. We are gonna, yeah, we'll loop it, so we'll control paste. So there we go. This is image search. So this is gonna search for an image. Now you should have a set working directory to your own folder, okay? Find that folder. You're gonna have to save stuff to it. Another thing I highly recommend you get is paint.net. Okay, this is paint.net. It's another free program to use. This is how I make all my thumbnails and save all my images. So please go grab that. It's paint.net. It's free. It's amazing, actually. I use it all the time. Okay, so image search. Let's go to our Bible and see what this is all about. So output variable X. Output variable X and Y. The names of the variables in which to store. Okay, that's a keyword, store. The X and Y coordinates of the upper left pixel where the image was found on screen. Okay, so what that means is when it searches for whatever image you have set, if you want to click that image or do anything with it, the program needs to know where it is. So this will find it, and then wherever it finds it, it will store that information in the output variable X, output variable Y. We will simplify that. We can change that to whatever we want it to be. So what I typically do is, because that's so long, I go FX stands for found X, and you guessed it, FY, found Y. Okay, so this is the found X, found Y. Okay, this comes into play a little later. Now the next thing we have X1 and Y1. This is where it is going to actually search for the image. Now you can have it search your whole screen, but you need to realize that takes time. And if you want your macro to be nice and fast, let's say I want it to look for the word coordinates right here, okay? So if I have it looking for coordinates on the entire screen, that'll take time. However, if I say coordinates can be anywhere from here, and then you always start top left and go bottom right. So let's say I tell it can be here to here somewhere. It'll look only in that box. And as you can see, that's like less than the 10th of the screen. It'll be much, much faster, and your entire script will run a lot smoother and a lot quicker. Now, if you watch my first video, you should have mouse coordinates on your F11 or F12 or whatever you saved it to. So let's just click into here. Now this is for gaming. You need to know, it's very, very important. Auto hotkey will look for exact images only. The shades can change, but it'll be an exact image. So let's say I took a picture of myself right here, and then I zoomed out once. Oh, I'm smaller, so it's not going to find it. Or if I took a screenshot here and I zoomed in, it wouldn't find me because I'm bigger. Okay, it has to be exact images only. They can vary in shades, and I'll touch base on that. That's very important. But like, look at this egg. Let's say I wanted to do like have it find this egg. If I go like that, it probably won't find it because it's different. Okay, so exact images only. Now that kind of sucks in a way, but it's still not that bad because you might only want it to click X's when they pop up. So let's say or you wanted to click X's, or let's say you wanted to like click on, do I have an inventory? Yes, I do. So let's say, imagine you could delete these pets, okay? So we're gonna take a screenshot, Alt print screen, because I have two monitors, the Alt makes it so it's just this one. You go down into paint.net, go edit, paste into new image. Now from here, what you want to do is you want whatever you want the image to find. Oh, it does have a garbage can. So let's say I want it to identify when I have a pig. So what you do is you take the selector tool, the square, you select your pig, make sure nothing in the image will change. If there's like levels or something along those lines, don't get that in your image. You can easily do something like this. You can make it more identifiable if you get part of its nose. You can do its name. So just make sure nothing in the image is going to change from day to day or situation to situation. I typically go like this, and then what you want to do is go image crop to selection. That will take everything else out, and what you're going to be left with is an exact little image of what you need, and this has to be the exact same size. Do not resize this at all. Don't do anything to it, just leave it. And then what you want to do is you want to file, save as. You want to go into the folder where your set working directory is located. Mine is here. And we're going to go testing. And you want to save it as, you can save it as whatever. I save it as PNGs. Some people save it as JPEGs to save room or whatever. Save it as whatever. PNGs just show up first for me, so I save as that. Okay, so we have an image. So if we come back into our script, now the image file, this is where you put the actual file name, right? So we named it testing.png. Alright, so .png. And then now we have to tell it where to look for this image. Okay, so we could do the whole screen if we go to our Bible. If you scroll down, it gives you examples. It'll actually show you examples of the script being used. This is very helpful. So if you look, it does image search right here. Image search, found X, found Y. And this does 0, 0 to maximum screen width, maximum screen height. So if you want, you could just copy this. Control copy, you could go to your script and you could just straight up paste it in. So there we go. We need a space here though, I think. So 0, 0 is up in this top corner. And then screen width, screen height would bring it all the way down to the bottom corner. So this will search the full screen. We'll just start with that and then we'll edit it to search a smaller section. And then we're going to put just a small sleep. Like I said, I almost put sleep everywhere in between every line. Sleep 10 doesn't have to be long. And now, oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, so when you do this, there is different things that can happen. It can find the image or it might not find the image. So error level. This is going to be your next. Yeah, this is what the first line. And then the error level indicates whether it's found or not. So this is kind of confusing. I got this in a video. Just believe me on this. We're going to go ahead. Your next line needs to be if error level equals 0. So if it finds the image, you would then put a bracket and you would have it do whatever you want in the bracket, okay? So just bear with me for a second. We're actually going to get it to do something. So if it finds this pig, let's get it to click the X. So we'll F11 on the X. We will click back into game and we will F12 on our magnet. There we go. So hopefully this all makes sense to you guys. We're going to take away this sleep 10. We actually don't need it to begin with. Alright, so mouse click left. We're going to get it to mouse click at this location, which is 1328. Going to delete that. We're going to make it 188, right? The X and Y right here. So, and then we could type, make a note, this closes page. And then we're going to edit this one as well. 959. 1028. And then we could just make a note that says this equips, geez, or unequips magnet. So if it finds that, now you have to watch, because if you forget brackets, let's see what happens. So file save. It's clear here if you look, this one doesn't light up red, so it doesn't have a matching bracket, whereas these two are matching. But that's because we've forgotten a bracket. So we filed save. If we try to run the program, it has a problem with number 7. Okay, so line 7, and it says error missing the close bracket. So it tells you exactly what you need. So if you go to 7, this one here is missing a close bracket. That's easily done. We just add a bracket. You can see it lights up red. File save. And let's run the script. And just remember, it's in a loop, right? So it's going to continuously loop everything within the 2 brackets. So if we click in the game, I'm going to Control W right now. Okay, it's actually finding the pig. That's bad. Hold on. We have to troubleshoot. So I paused it. It's finding the pig for whatever reason. Oh, right. It's missing a parameter, a very important one, I think. So if we go here. Yes, it is definitely missing a parameter. Hold on. I gotta grab it from one of my other ones. This part was kind of confusing when I was trying to learn it. Alright, so there's this, I think that's an asterisk, something like that, and 50. So that's what we're missing. It comes after the coordinates. So here's the coordinates. So you want to put this, and then now what this number is it is telling the script how many shades off it can be from finding that image. So for example, if we go 0, which is bad, file save, and then we'll open it. This took me a long time to figure out this image search thing, so hopefully this is clear. Now if we Control W, okay, so it's still finding it. Okay, I think I found the mistake I made. My if error, I didn't have a space, so I think it's just automatically executing all of it. It doesn't understand this here, I think. So that's the mistake I think I was making. Let's go ahead, file save. We'll load the macro. Oh, new script. Actually, I have to shut down that testing. That is also might be why I was screwing up. It's new script. So Control W. Alright, here we go. So nothing is happening. If I open this and it detects the pig. There we go. Perfect. So if I open this, it detects the pig. Nice. There we go. So that's exactly the mistake I was making. I also think I was running the testing script, which was just clicking anyways. So this is actually, I'm just thinking about this here. This would make for a really good April Fool's joke. You could actually put this on your friend's computer, make a script so every time he like opens a page, it just automatically closes it. That would be pretty funny. So the script is working. Let's go ahead. Let's change some of these variables here. Now, if we have this at 0, and this is the, let's just imagine we don't even have that. Like we didn't even put it in. File save. Like I said, it's very important. You should definitely have it on every image search, hands down. So we'll Control W. Script is running right now. Now let's see. Oh, it actually does find it. Oh, okay. Interesting. Every other time I've tried to use it, I've been proven wrong many, many times. It actually doesn't find it, but found it that time, so I don't know. Weird. I always have that. I'd highly recommend it. It's kind of funny that all the problems I used to have in the past are like not even a problem now. Alright, so that's what it does if it finds the image. Now, if we want it to do something when it does not see the image, so if we have if error level equals 1, let's say. So this is if it doesn't find the image. We're going to put a bracket. After any if error levels, even if it's just one thing, I would put brackets just in case. Now let's see. So if it doesn't find it, so it doesn't see said piggy, let's actually go ahead and just have it open up the page here. So we got our coordinates with the F11. We're going to go ahead, kick into here. We're going to just copy this one here, control copy. We're just going to paste it in. And then we're just going to close bracket. Oh, actually we'll sleep 100, and then we'll actually throw in a cool little command. It's called message box. You probably noticed that from the get coordinates. You could do message box, and you could go image was not found. You can. I used to use that quite a bit when I was trying to troubleshoot my scripts, because I couldn't figure out why it wasn't finding images, so I would use this to make sure that it was still looking for the image. So we'll file save, go ahead, we'll open it up, run it. Okay, so without it being able to see it, it should pop it open. Oh, did I didn't change coordinates, I don't think. 1 second. No, I didn't. So 1801 and then 567. There we go, that'll work. File save. New script. So go ahead, play it. So it went and clicked like it was supposed to when it didn't find the image, and then it said image was not found. But since we're not in Roblox right now, see my mouse, it's not going to continue on with the script because it's not finding the pig. The pig is in a different window right now. So if we click OK, it finds the pig and then it does everything it's supposed to. Perfect. So we'll go ahead, we'll pause that. And like I said, with that message box, it's pretty fun. You can make it say whatever you want. Just always run the script again. Go ahead and Control W. So pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and pause that. Now that's image search. So if there's anything you take away from this last little bit that I've been going through, I would copy this exactly. Okay, know that this is going to have to change. If you run your script and it's still struggling to find the image, sometimes it does. This number might have to go a little higher. Sometimes I've been upwards of like 150 for it to find it. If you go 255, that'll be every shade possible and it'll find it everywhere. Okay, your image will be all over the screen because it doesn't matter, it could be any different shade, right? Just know that these are the coordinates in the bottom right. These are the coordinates in the top left. And then this stores, when it finds the image within that, this stores that information. Okay, so let's actually get into that right now. So let's say you want it to find the pig. So we'll leave it with the pig, and you want it to click the pig when it finds it. Let's say the pig could be in different spots anywhere on your screen, okay? So what you want to do, it's pretty simple, is instead of putting in coordinates in your mouse click, you want to go %found x %, or whatever you have it. This literally can be anything you want it to be. It can be anything, okay? So %found x. This one over here, let's just show you. Anything, like seriously. This one here will be %anything, okay? I think this will work. I've actually never tried that, but we got found x. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I see what I did. That's not gonna work. %anything, %. The % tells it to look for a stored value, and then this here references the actual value it has stored. So we go file save. I think this will work. Now hold on, let's just blank out some stuff here. Go like this, I think, and then that one has a match and that one has a match. So file save, we'll just block that rest of that out. So what this should do is when it finds the pig, it should click the pig. Okay, mouse click left at found x at anything, because that's the value. And let's see if it works. So we'll close this just to make sure. Control W, nothing's happening, it's not trying to click anything. Then we click into the pets and boom, selects the pig. I don't know if you saw that. I actually can't get it off the pig. You can see it's bouncing and clicking the pig because we don't have anything stopping it. It's just looping over and over. We can pause it. click the bear, go ahead, see if it finds a pig. We'll unpause. Boom, finds a pig. So we'll pause it. Another important thing to note too, if you look at my cursor on the pig, it will always go to the top left corner of the image that you saved, okay? So if you did like this whole big square, it'll try to click here, and it won't actually click the pig. That's not the button. So make sure it will click the very top corner of whatever image you have. So that's how you have it click found X, found Y, or whatever you want. Personally, I know I put anything there, but I typically have this as found Y, and then this here would just be found Y. Alright, so that stores the value, and that's the image search. Now another thing you can do, and I don't do this too often, I'm not actually sure where I would have it. Let's go to the Bible here, is PixelSearch. Oh, there we go. So PixelSearch, this is pretty much the exact same thing as found X, as image search, except that it's searching for a pixel. And then in this one you need the color ID. So what we're going to do is scroll down. It should have an example down here, which it does. So we're going to copy the example. We're going to click into our script, and we're going to replace the image search with pixel search. Now this stores it as PX, PY, so that's something to take into consideration. And then this number here. So hopefully you have the pixel color macro that I had. This is going to be Control F12 to get the pixel color of anything on screen. So let's go ahead, click into Roblox. Let's see, we're going to make it that blue coin there. Let's just see. I think that blue coin actually would be a pretty good one. So let's put our mouse cursor over this coin. It will be under your mouse that it actually gets the pixel color. Something to take note, and it might actually do it in this game, is if you look at my cursor, it's black and white. So when I take the pixel color, it might actually take the color off of the cursor and not what I'm hovering over. So let's actually just test it, see what we got. So on the wood, it is all Fs, which I think is black. And then if you go on to like the Snow White, it's all Fs. So it is getting the pixel color of the cursor, which is cool because I can show you how to avoid that. So what you can do is you can just Alt print screen. That will take obviously a screenshot. You go edit, paste into new image. Now here, see, you don't have that the cursor hovering over, so you can actually go, say on the wood, you can Control F12. You can see it gives you a code 49FCD, and if you do it on the white, oh, okay, that pixel color was white then. So you can see it's different. So now what we can do is we can actually hover over the blue coin, Control F12. So that's the color of the blue coin. We could go ahead, open this up. We can go into new script. Now we can actually change this value here. It's always 0x. And then we want to go FFB 357. So that's the blue we're looking for. And then we can close this. Let's go back into Roblox. We're going to tell it to search only the top right side. So we're going to go up here where my cursor is, almost center of screen. We're going to F11. Put that up top. And then we're going to have F12 right here. So there we go. We got a nice little section there. You can do your whole screen, whatever you want. Come back into here. You want to start with the top left always. That's why I put it up in the top corner. So 861. And then 57, and then bottom right corner, which is 1462, 288. So now we have our parameters where it's going to search. We have the color it's going to search. This is the variation it can be off. So a variation of 3, I'm good with that. I'm hoping it doesn't see the coin as it spins, because we'll get a kind of cool little mouse effect if it doesn't. And fast. I always just leave it as fast. I don't use this very often. So if error level equals 0, you do need that. 0 means there was no error. It found the image. What I want to do actually is I want to mouse move, and then to PX, or yeah, pixel X, and then % pixel Y. Make sure you guys watch your commas too. There's almost a comma in between everything. Just take note of that. So with any luck, file save, run the script. What I'm hoping this will do is up here, as the coin spins, it will find that shade in different spots, but always on a blue coin. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you see my mouse is jumping from coin to coin. It's because as the coin spins, that pixel or that color, it changes, right? So when it changes, it no longer finds it in that spot and it moves to the next spot it finds it. This could be extremely helpful or useful. Let's say you have like a health bar. You could cheat and make it so when you get to half health, it detects that you're lower than half and then you automatically use a potion or whatever the case may be. I don't use it too often. Another thing to keep in mind too, whenever you do an image search or a pixel search, it scans from the top left, I think, over to the top right, and then it goes down 1 pixel, and that's how it scans, okay? It goes from the top to the bottom, basically. So let's say you're looking to get this coin here, but it's below all these other coins. It will actually, it should never find that coin. Let's go ahead and unpause the script. So I'm going to pause it. As you can see, this coin here, if you remember, that is within our search parameters, but it searches always from top to bottom, okay? Now, if you wanted it to search for this one first, you could just make it so it searched this bottom area first before it went to the top, but it's still top to bottom of the search box. I don't know if there's a way to change that. I haven't really found a big deal with it. And then, of course, you can switch to different coins. It's always top to bottom. So pretty neat. Like I said, what I use that for is in Pet Simulator. I zoomed out as far as I could. I took the pixel color of the chest, and then I just made it so when it found that pixel, it would click. Another thing I did with that macro is because it was hard to tell if you had pets or not around you because there was no pet counter anywhere. I took a screenshot of no pets around me, and then without moving, I left that there. And if that image was not, or if the image was found, it would do nothing. But if the image was not found, meaning I had a pet around me, then I would search for another pixel to click. And then I would click it, it would wait 2 seconds so the pet could get away from me, and then it would rinse and repeat. It worked pretty good, but obviously if someone came near me, it would start sending pets out to other stuff. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? Okay, so just to break it all down at the end, this is the end of the video. This is everything I want to talk about, I'm pretty sure. The important part is you have either pixel search or image search, comma. This is where it's going to store the coordinates. These can be whatever you want them to be. They can be words, they can be 3 letters, they can be... I don't know if they can be numbers. You can test that out if you want. I think they can. Anything you want to be. This is the coordinate of the top left with the get mouse position. This is going to be the coordinate of the bottom right position. This whole thing is going to be the absolute square where the actual search happens for that image or color. For pixel search, this is going to be the identifying of the color. In both of them, pixel search is going to have just a 3. You can change this to 50. This is how many shades off it can be, whether or not it finds it. And then if you're doing an image search, you need this variable right here. And then fast, actually let's just quickly reference the Bible here. Pixel search, what is fast? Mode, fast. So uses a faster searching method than in most cases, dramatically reducing the amount of CPU time used by the search. So that just sounds good all in all. I would definitely always have that. And then you could even add another parameter, which is RGB, causes color ID to be interrupted as an RGB value instead of BGR. In other words, the red and blue components are swapped. You might find a use for that. I'm not sure exactly what that's saying, but I'll probably never use it. So always reference your Bible. Always pay attention to what you're doing. Take things nice and slow. If you guys want to go ahead and play with some pixel searches, some image searches, I gave you a couple examples. I'm hoping you can just take it and run with it. And then right shortly here I'm going to upload another video. I think this next one I'm going to focus on loops and looping. Not sure how I can really show that too much. But yeah, no, we'll get into loops next. And if you guys aren't already, please do consider subscribing. Hit the notification button if you like my content. Also, if you like this video, if it helped you out a lot, please leave a thumbs up. I appreciate all the support I've been getting on my channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye.